Updated language to District Policy 3.5 was approved unanimously by the Board of Education on Monday night in hopes of getting a handle on student meal charges district-wide, which is already in excess of $15,000, and we're not even to the official halfway point of the first semester. The meal charge debt is mounting, but let's not get this twisted. That debt is secondary when it comes to making sure that all students are fed during our school day. That was also addressed at Monday night's meeting.
I'm just still concerned that we might have kids that might not eat, and I just wanted to throw that out there, that I worry about those students.
And how that works, a principal's going to let them use that principal account, then they're going to reach out to guidance, then they're going to reach out to family resource centers. We're going to reach out to the parent, find out what's going on.
Let's backtrack a bit. As many of you recall, during the COVID era, we did see the USDA offer free meals for all within our district during that time period. But that ended a few years ago. Outside of free and reduced families, paid meals are part of day-to-day operations. The change in policy is now a $30 cap limit for charged meals. So how did we get here and why? I spoke with the district's school nutrition director, Tina Hutchins. She helps put some great context into this.
We have lots of students coming through with lunch boxes, and they get meals. They got used to that when we were having the free.
Oh, so a lunchbox and a meal.
Correct.
Okay.
I worked at a middle school yesterday, and I had probably a good 10 or so kids come through with both. I believe that it kind of just got out of hand. People might not have realized that their children were running up the charges. We do have robocalls that go out daily. So parents are getting those phone calls, and then every Friday we send out charge letters. So if we have an email in Skyward, we send a charge letter.
Some may ask, well, why can't we just continue to receive free meals like some other districts do throughout Tennessee? The answer is pretty simple. Wilson County doesn't qualify.
There's a program through USDA, it's called CEP, and some school districts have qualified, and it's based off of percentages of free, especially through SNAP, which is the food assistance benefit, and we just do not have that ability. We do not qualify. We look at it yearly, and we just do not qualify for it.
Meanwhile, at the school level, the debts are larger at some schools compared to others, from elementary all the way to high school. This week, I caught up with Green Hill High School Principal Kevin Dawson. He, too, experiences this and is working through it the best he can.
Gives us the opportunity to have conversations with families earlier on, because we will see that students are getting close to the $30 limit, and that will cause the counseling department to begin reaching out to families to find out, is this just something that you guys don't know that the accounts are accumulating, or is there a need that we need to be able as a school to provide for your family? We have partnerships with businesses and with organizations in the communities to support the families in need. And so having that limit, I think, will increase the communication and help us better serve our families in need.
When meal charges mount up, that can dip into reserved administration lunch accounts or even the school's general fund. But the amount of charges racking up and the current pace that it is, well, that's where the strains and future concerns can be felt. It can't be stressed enough, though, all students will be fed. The respectful ask from both the district and school level for our non-free and reduced meal families is, let's try to get a handle on these meal charges.
We don't want any kid that does not have money not to be able to receive food.
Thank
what we
you.
do want to stop is people just, you're going to take care of it and I'm charging.
Communication on charges is sent out to families routinely, but as we all get busy, it could be easy to overlook that message or just not getting around to addressing it. Hey, I'm a parent too, I get it. However, now may be a good time to check those school cafe accounts to see the health of those balances, or if your family is sending cash with your student to school, reminding your child that meal money is meant for meal money. Hey, as I recall, I think my parents had to have that conversation with me once upon a time.
The absolute best way, obviously, to for parents to have a good handle on this, despite there is a small fee to that, is to do the school cafe account. That guarantees that all the money.
Because also school cafe will notify you when you're getting to a certain point, so you don't go below, say, a $5 limit. They send reminders. Also, you could transfer money between students. So if you have 2 or 3 children, that's a lot easier to keep track of versus sending 2 or 3 checks. Sometimes those get lost.
While there could be several reasons why the charges are mounting up at a concerning rate, it can be slowed down and hopefully reversed to a much more manageable level. This policy revision is a hopeful step in making that happen.
Over the past couple of years, it's kind of snowballed, and we actually, going from year to year, we doubled in the amount of debt that we had for students at the end of the previous school year.
Resources to ensure all students are fed are available. No child will go hungry. That's a promise. However, here's something to consider. If you haven't applied for free or reduced meals, or maybe you have in the past but were not approved, well, perhaps your situation has changed and that aid could be provided now. Those applications are always available online and within your school and can be filled out at any time of the year.
So if your situation changes, if you have extra household members, you've had a baby, or you've had another family move in with you, or whatever the situation, or your income has decreased, you can always apply again. So maybe you got denied in the beginning, but then you might qualify because of your household size or your income decreasing.
I'm Bart Barker with Wilson County Schools.